We are in 2017, but still can't forget those famous faces who have sadly died last year. We remember those extraordinary artists, spot persons and other world figures that left us behind in 2016. Many legendary personalities died last year, especially musicians, so expect the list to have some extremely popular musician. Here is the list of 10 most famous people died in 2016. Number 10. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman was an actor who played a memorable character of Professor Snape in Harry Potter franchise. Aside from Harry Potter film series, he had played many different roles in countless Hollywood movies. Rickman died due to cancer on January 14, 2016 at the age of 69. His final film roles are as Lieutenant General Frank Benson in the thriller Eye in the Sky, and the voice of Absalom, the caterpillar in Alice Through the Looking Glass. Number 9. Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer, also known as the King of Golf, died in 2016 at the age of 87. He was an American professional golfer who is generally regarded as one of the greatest players in the sport's history. Nicknamed the King, he was one of golf's most popular stars and its most important trailblazer. He was also the very first superstar of the sports television age, which began in the 1950s. Number 8. Nancy Reagan. Nancy Reagan was an American actress, and the wife of the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan. She served as the First Lady of the United States from the year 1981 to 1989. Reagan was a perfect example of a great wife and a greater person. She devoted most of her time caring for her husband, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 1994, until his death at the age of 93 on June 5, 2004. Reagan died on March 6, 2016 at the age of 94. Number 7. Fidel Castro. Unlike other entries of this list, there's a large group of people who aren't sad with this person's death. Fidel Castro was infamous for his brutal dictatorship on Cuba. Castro is a polarizing world figure. His supporters view him as a champion of socialism and anti-imperialism whose revolutionary regime advanced economic and social justice while securing Cuba's independence from American imperialism. He died at the age of 90. Number 6. George Michael. George Michael's death was extremely tragic event for the entire music industry. Part of the reason was his relatively young age. He was 57 at the time of his death. Although the cause of death was immediately determined, his manager conjectured that heart failure was the cause of death, and that Michael passed away peacefully. George Michael was an English musician, who is known as one of most popular musician in the world. Michael sold more than 100 million records worldwide. His debut solo album, Faith, sold more than 20 million copies worldwide. Michael achieved 7 #1 singles in the UK and 8 #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US, including Careless Whisper and Praying for Time. Number 5. David Bowie. David Bowie was one of many musicians passed away in 2016. His career span was over 5 decades. David is regarded by critics and musicians as an innovator, particularly for his work in the 1970s. His career was marked by reinvention and visual presentation, his music and stagecraft significantly influencing popular music. He has estimated to have sold more than 140 million records worldwide, which made him one of the world's best-selling music artists. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996. Number 4. Sir George Martin. George Martin was an English record producer, arranger, composer, conductor, audio engineer and musician. He was referred as the fifth Beatle by Paul McCartney, in reference to his extensive involvement on each of the Beatles' original albums. Martin had 30 #1 hit singles in the United Kingdom and 23 #1 hits in the United States. He died at the age of 90. Number 3. Leonard Cohen. No death of 2016 was more heartfelt than this. Leonard Cohen was a legendary musician. He might have passed away, but his music, especially the single called Hallelujah, is timeless piece of art. He was born in Canada. He was an excellent singer, songwriter, musician, poet, novelist, and painter. His work mostly explored religion, politics, isolation, sexuality, and personal relationship. Leonard Cohen died at the age of 82 due to cancer. Number 2. Prince, another surprise death of an exceptional musician. He was known for his eclectic work, flamboyant stage presence, extravagant dress and makeup, and wide vocal range. His music integrates a wide variety of styles. He has sold over 100 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He won 7 Grammy Awards, an American Music Award, a Golden Globe Award, and an Academy Award for the film Purple Rain. Prince died at the age of 57 due to accidental drug overdose. Number 1. Muhammad Ali. The entire world was in shock and sorrow on June 3, 2016 when the greatest sport figure of 20th century passed away. He is widely regarded as one of the most significant and celebrated sports figures of the 20th century. From early in his career, Ali was known as an inspiring, controversial, and polarizing figure both inside and outside the ring.